together.
I know.
I'm so happy to be back to the show. Now I might unzip a little bit.
By the way, oh, yes.
Oh.
By the way, I got you, girl, as
Thanks,
Ross
girl.
would say. What gave you the idea to announce your birth on Saturday Night Live? That was the most joyous moment.
Thank you.
It was so brilliant. And look at that.
Gosh.
Look at your face.
It literally makes me so happy.
And belly. Did you know that was coming in the future? Did it just time out?
I was trying to think of the perfect way to say, to share my good news. You know what I mean? And I just was like, I don't know if I want to do it with just like an Instagram post, or maybe I'll do it with a photo shoot, or I just want, it's a big thing, especially when it's your first child. And so then I got the thing that I was going to be on SNL, and I was like, this is the moment. And my girl Amy Poehler, I think she announced her pregnancy on SNL too, or was pregnant doing SNL. So maybe it's a Virgo thing.
That's right. She's in your book.
Yes, I love her.
Yeah. How did you come up with the title Master of Me? I mean, I'm reading it. I can see how you describe it.
Yeah.
But was there a light bulb moment?
I think I was trying to figure out what I could say that would exemplify what I wanted the book to be about, which is essentially, it's a form of service. Like I'm telling you, you're calling it a memoir, but it's really my anecdotes. I use my stories to share how I've learned to create my personal blueprint of how to sustain in the industry, but also how to surrender to life at this point in my life. And I thought, what would that, I felt empowered, and I was like, I don't want to say empowered. Well, what would I say if I'm telling someone how I feel? And I'll say, well, I'm the master. I'm the master of me. And then at that point, that kind of just took over. It all accumulated at one time.
I mean, I feel like you are going to start a saying with your title. I do, because we have got to be the master of ourselves. I talk about mastery all the time in therapy or personal growth, but I've never attributed my desire to have mastery over myself that way. And master of me, I think, should be a pop culture phenomenon, because it's a great goal for all of us.
And it's so funny, right? Because a lot of what I talk about, too, in the book is jack of all trades, master of none, right? And when I was doing research, writing the book, I found out that quote came out around the Industrial Revolution, where people wanted you to focus on one industry and one thing. And that's great for the industry, but that ain't great for you. As we all know, it's like, at this point, I gotta have 5 different jobs. I can't just have one job and make all my bills. And so I think also in the Master of Me, aside from the personal aspect, it's the business aspect. I'm the business. I come first. And everything else I do is in service to that. And so it's personal, but it's also professional, because long gone are the days that we can just depend on any corporation to help us get what we need to get done for our lives. We can't do it.
I mean, okay. You started so young. You just turned 31?
Yep.
I mean, when you are speaking about people and mastery of oneself and industries and how we look at the world through a professional eye or a personal eye, this is wisdom you have earned. I think you are ahead of schedule, but also you started ahead of schedule. So in a weird way, does it weirdly fit and land? Because I didn't know what the hell age I was growing up. I was like, please don't treat me like a child. I'm paying the bills and I work all day long.
It does do this kind of weird thing. And I think for us, obviously, it's so unique in terms of being child entertainers. And that's sensationalized in its own way. But I always say, and I say this in the book, a lot of us were parentalized children in a different kind of way.
Yes.
You're growing up in inner city, or you got to take care of your little brother, your little sister. Your mama got your latchkey kid, right? So a lot of people are dealing with that. And I feel like for me, that's what I had, which you probably had to do too, where I had to take myself out of it in order to get past the fact that I didn't have that innocence as a child. But guess what? It made me who I am today, and I like that person.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I do like her. You know what I mean? Like,
this is like the tone of the book, why it's so wildly important, this book. All right, we have to go for a second. We'll be right back. More with Keke Palmer, everybody.